Hello guys, gals and gamers. My name is Miko, I'm a game designer and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were just released. And I personally love those games. It's so nice to revisit Sinnoh. The Sinnoh Underground is just amazing to visit. All of the routes, all of the Pokemon, they're wonderful except for Geodude. I do not like Geodude. Why is Geodude everywhere? But unfortunately, not everyone is as excited for the games as I am, but I do understand it. There were a lot of weird design decisions made when developing these games, and people have been talking about those a lot. But as I said, I am a game designer, so I wanted to kind of explain a few of those weird decisions that have been made for these games. So we're going to go through 4 weird design decisions and I will be explaining why these are the way that they are. And why 4? Because we are in Gen 4 remakes. That's why. And also I didn't want this video to be way too long. So yeah, before we begin, I would also love to remind you guys to please like and subscribe. Also, comment down below. I would really like to start a discussion with my videos. Comment what do you think about these remakes, for example. Comment that down below right now. Give you a few seconds to do so. Okay, let's get back into the actual topic of this video. So, yes, let's start with the most asked question, at least in my opinion, from what I have seen online. And that is, well, it's actually a bunch of questions, but they all have the same answer basically. And that is, why are these games so faithful? Why didn't they do an Auras style remake? Where's all the platinum content? And why isn't there extra gimmicks or cool stuff like mega evolutions in these games? And I think the simple answer to this is that the games are not made by Game Freak. And Game Freak, of course, is the main guys who developed Pokemon, the main series of it. And I think they want to have the creative control when it comes to creating new stuff, making story changes, or adding additional bits of lore into Pokemon stuff. And that, of course, includes like creating new Pokemon, any story changes. For example, if you were to include platinum content, that would kind of mix up the stories of Diamond and Pearl, so you would have to make some changes to it. Any gameplay changes all would have to go through Game Freak that they would approve, and more there is to change, more and more work is for Game Freak to do, and they want to focus on Pokemon Legends Arceus right now. Let's say, as an example, they wanted to include Mega Evolution in this game. If they bring back Mega Evolution, they might want to add a few new ones. So it would have to be designing all of these new Mega Evolutions, all of the balancing stat changes, everything. How do you get these Mega Stones? How are they incorporated into the story or after game? Is there a side quest? Everything like that would have been done by Game Freak, or at least approved by them, so they fit the word Pokemon and make sense in the context of these remakes. And also, as I mentioned, these are the first games developed by not Game Freak, these are developed by ILCA, and these are the first mainline series of Pokemon games not developed by Game Freak. So I think they just want to be a bit safe, and making a really faithful remake is a good way of doing that. And if you want all of those cool new features and new Pokemon and everything else cool about Sinnoh, just wait a few months. Legends Arceus is coming. This is kind of a smaller game while we wait for the big new open world Pokemon adventure. The second question is also something a lot of people ask about, and that is, what's up with the art style? The art style in these games is a chibi style of doing characters, and that basically means small characters with big heads. That's it. And most of the critique I have seen for the art style is about the character models. And I think this is about like faithfulness. They really want to be faithful to the original source material. And that also goes for the character models, which were in back in the day in 2D, the pixel sprites. They were also chibi. They have significantly larger heads than their bodies, which makes sense. So you can give them expressions better and that kind of stuff. You can see their face, which is one of the most important parts of the human body if you're doing design. And I think this is, yeah, just it's more accurate. Okay, third question. And this is something I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, and that is, where is Pokemon customization? People might not know, but Pokemon customization was a thing in the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Whenever you entered a contest, you could attach accessories and clothing to your Pokemon. But this feature has been quietly removed from these remakes. No longer can you attach any kind of accessories to your Pokemon. And that is a bit of a letdown, at least for me personally. I do like the idea of Pokemon customization and I do want it to return in some future game. But I think why they didn't do it here is that it was just so much simpler to attach items and accessories to these 2D sprites than it is for 3D models. You have to, if we are talking about 3D models, you would have to think about scaling. If you put glasses on your Pokemon, uh, do they look alright? If you put a tie to your Pokemon, does it fit? And also clipping, so it doesn't clip through the body. You don't want your glasses to go through your Pikachu's head, do you? So that is something, and I think it was just easier to quietly remove it. It wasn't the most popular feature in the originals, so they just took it away because it would have been a hassle. Okay, and this is the last question, the fourth question, and that is, why does Pokemon following you sometimes look very bad? I'm talking mainly about these kind of screenshots that are on screen right now, where you have a legendary Pokemon or a very big Pokemon following you around, but they're not really up to scale. They are very, very tiny. And to a lot of people, that looks kind of bad because that is not accurate at all. So, why is that? Why are they so tiny? It looks kind of pathetic, to be honest. And first of all, this feature of Pokemon following you around that comes from Yellow, that was added back to the original Diamond and Pearl and then expanded in Heart Gold and Soul Silver to every Pokemon that can follow you around. It was much easier again to do in 2D because then you didn't think about how big the Pokemon is that much. You didn't think about how they move, how fast they move, and that kind of stuff. It takes a lot more work to do this feature in 3D. And I think the main thing here is that these faithful remakes have the original like 2D maps and the 2D areas. Every area looks the same, is built the same as it is in the originals. But adding 3D sprites there, Pokemon, you think about Pokemon more realistically when they are in 3D, but they can't really be up to scale when they are following you around, because then they would get stuck in some places if they were too huge. They have to have like a similar size of a hitbox that the player has, but they don't have the time to make new models for all of the Pokemon, so they would look chibi and fit the style and kind of be more accurate. So the easiest solution was to just scale them down. And if you look at a few images I found online of people who fixed this feature, you can see Giratina and Rayquaza here. They don't look like they fit the environment and they don't look like they can move around freely because they are so huge. I would say maybe a bit too big even in this case. They can't move around freely, but the developers, they know that people love that Pokemon follow you around. It's a cool feature, but here they have to be tiny so they can follow you around freely, basically. So that was all of my explanations. Hopefully I made sense. I did go a bit rambly. Again, I do not have scripts in these videos, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to this video, as I said in the beginning. Leave a comment down below. What did you think about this video? Do you like Diamond and Pearl remakes? What do you think about these design decisions I talked about in this video? Let me know in the comments, and check out my other videos as well if you're interested in hearing more from me. But that is all from me this time. I will no longer talk. I will just see you guys next time. Bye bye.